Everyone, this is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. If you are not 18 years or older, this video content is not intended for you. Today I have a kind of a project share. I actually have not hosted a swap in a very long time, and you guys know, if you have been watching me at all, that I have had the Anna Griffin bug for a very long time. So I decided for my comeback hosting for swaps would be a Griffinite swap, which means we will be swapping Anna Griffin die cuts, but we also have to create a holder for it. So I want to share with you what I came up with, and this is what I would like for you to create for your swap partners. I will do a tutorial on how to make it. For those of you who would rather see a tutorial, a lot of you will be able to figure it out on your own. It was very simple to make, and so I felt it was really easy, and it doesn't take a long time to put together or anything like that. But I think it works, and I think it kind of looks like the Anna Griffin boxes that she has. So this is what I would like for the die cuts to be housed in. That way the recipient can, we all have that little corner, that stash, that shelf, that area where we keep all our Anna Griffin things. And that way when they place this with that, everything still matches with what they already have going on. So I decided to use some of the paper from my flower cart die set to decorate this, and I just used a I'm going to call it a cream colored cardstock to create the base. This is that Recollections cream cardstock that's like 110 pounds. It's real heavy, so it's very sturdy, and that's what I used to create this. So all of the details will be in the description box below. If you don't know where that is, just right under the video it says show more. You want to click on that, and it will open up another window. It will expand, and then you can see all the information there. This will be called the Griffinite Swap, and I will leave the shipping address there. Postage will be $12. And the reason I say $12 because I tried to put this in a regular priority mail envelope, which is right around almost $10 for shipping on that, but it didn't fit. And so I'm going to have to purchase an envelope that is a little bit bigger, and I'm hoping I can find them at the Dollar Tree because I want to keep the shipping real reasonable. And I think it shouldn't ship for much more than about $10 or so, because it's not going to be very heavy in weight. Now, if you decide to go above and beyond, and the recipients that are in your group doesn't fit in one of those envelopes, then you will have to pay an extra $15 shipping, because I would have to probably use some type of flat rate box or something like that. So I'm trying to keep it where it's still reasonable, because I will have to ship out to your partners in priority boxes. So I think that if you decide to bless them, that's going to incur extra shipping, but that's totally up to you. I'm not the swap police. I'm not going to call anybody out if you didn't do something the way that is in the details or anything like that. I just want us to have fun, but I also want to be able to ship to everybody in the most economical way as possible. So anyway, that's the information on the shipping. That will be in the description box below. I will put my PayPal account there. That way you can pay the shipping through my PayPal. If you do friends and family, then it will just be the $12. If you do the other, then it will cost you $1 extra, because PayPal charges for that. What does the swap consist of? The main thing is creating your box to house your swaps in. So the only thing you're really going to be creating is going to be the box for your die cuts. One of the things that I want for you guys to include is this box. Let me give you the measurements. The box measures 7.5 inches wide, or long, however you want to call it, and up it goes 5.5 inches. I think I would add another 1/4 of an inch. I think that's what I'm going to do when I do the tutorial on how to create it, because I wanted to include an embossed piece and it was just right up there, and I don't want anything to bend anything there. So I'm going to add maybe a 1/4 of an inch to the width or the height, however you want to see it, of the box. That way nothing is crushed. But it's only going to be a 1/4 of an inch, nothing major. So in one of the pockets, I want you to include some frame die cuts. And when I say frame die cuts, you only have to do 3 different frames if you have them. If you don't have 3 of the Anna Griffin frames, this is an Anna Griffin swap, you can do some of the same, whatever you happen to have. You know, I don't want you to go out and buy an Anna Griffin die just to complete, you know, your die cuts. If you have to do 2 of the same, that's fine. But try to do it in use your good papers, whether it be Anna Griffin mirrored cardstock that she has, or the matte cardstock, foil cardstock, not mirror, the foil cardstock, or it can be any other brand, as long as it's good paper. You don't want to cut a die cut and the paper is really flimsy, because then, you know, it's not going to look pretty on a card. So anyway, so what I did, I only decided on 3 frames, and this is the reason, because I want you to cut out all the frames to that one set. So let me give you an example. Let me grab one of my frame dies. I'm just going to grab any one. Okay, so if you're going to do a frame die, I want you to do at least the decorative frames. You do not have to do the silhouettes to them, only if you want to. I did on the sample I created. Here is that one. So I did the silhouettes in the pink, a very pale pink, and then in the matte gold, and this is the Anna Griffin matte gold, I did all the decorative paper. So this is the whole set. So this is considered one frame die. On the second one, I have not cut out the silhouettes to them, and I'm not even sure if it has it. I have to go back and look, because as I was creating, that's when I was coming up with the details. So I have to go back and check if this one does have the shadow pieces to it. I'm going to find something that coordinates, and I'm going to cut it out of that, so they have the whole set to this die set. If you want to go the extra mile and you want to add a little label saying what it is or which die it is, that would be great. I can't find my label maker, so I probably will have to handwrite it. If you have to handwrite it, that's fine too. If you have to print it on your computer, that's fine too. If you don't do it, that's fine too. But if you do it, then I will be able to tell people, okay, this is called such and such, if they want to go look for it. So that would be my number 2. And then my number 3 is this one, which is the china cabinet, I believe. Comes in the craft box, and I did the whole thing. But this one comes with an embossing folder. So I cut out a piece of paper and I embossed it. So I did everything that was in this set. It comes with the corners, so the corners are in here. It came with the silhouette, so I did the silhouette in a cream color, an ivory color. And then I did the decorative pieces in the gold foil. And it's gorgeous. So there's that one. So that is considered my 3 frame dies. So these are my 3 frame dies. So I want that to be included. The next the next pocket, what I want you to put in your next pocket is embellishments. What do I consider embellishments? Anything that isn't a frame die. So if you want to include borders, again, if you're including borders, so I'm including these borders. I'm not just including one, I'm including all of them. I think there's 4 different borders. So, you know, depending on how much you want to cut, pay attention to what you're doing if you don't want that much work. But the idea is to share your beautiful die cuts. So I'm not even paying attention to that. I'm just, what do I really like and what do I think someone else would really like? So if this is one of my embellishments, you're only going to do through 3 again. So I would do all these dies because this is one set. So that is one set. And let me put this back in the pouch. So that's one set. This one right here again is another set. Even though it looks like a frame, it's very small. So I consider something like that an embellishment. And it also had the word hope, and it had some flourishes. So that is embellishment number 2. I did everything that was in that set. That's embellishment number 2. Embellishment number 3 for me was... Embellishment number 3 for me were these pockets. Because there's 3 here, I cut all 3 out. So that's considered another set. So we're doing sets. If I were doing the fans, I would do all the fans. That's considered a set. So these are my 3 embellishments. Also, when you start cutting out, pick out some papers that you're going to do and kind of stick with it through your whole thing. That way the recipient can use, let's say I want to create a card and I want to use this one, and then I want a pocket in the card. Well, I'll find a pocket that matches the exact gold that I used here, or a border that matches what I did here. If you could do that, that would be great. If you don't, it's not a big deal, guys. This is going to be hopefully an enjoyable swap. So that would be my 3 embellishments. If you want to include extras, you can. It's totally up to you. And then the 3rd pocket, I want you to include sentiments. They can be either sentiments or it can be words. And I want you to include at least 6 of them. And words are really easy to do. I would probably include more than that, but at least a minimum of 6. So here are my sentiments, and these didn't come from my boxes, but I did create them using Anna Griffin sets. So I'm going to share with you what I used to create those. That way, because like I said, this is an Anna Griffin swap. And... well, I don't have it out, but I'll show you an example. Like if you have any of these that come with the sentiments, they come with the stamps or with a sentiment, and then they also come with the dies to cut them out. So if you have anything like that, that would work, because I did cut out some, and I don't know what I did with them. Oh, here they are. Because I did cut out some. So anyway, so anything that is sentiments or words, at least 6 of them. If you want to do more, you can do more. I'm going to include sentiments and words if I have them. I'm not sure I have too many Anna Griffin words, but I have a few, you know, so I'm going to, just a variety, but the minimum 6. So that is going to be in your 3rd pocket. I also cut out some of these embellishments that I created using, I created these using these right here. So this one is the cake. So you see the cake right there. And I kind of tried to stay in style with what Anna Griffin stickers look like. So I embossed it in gold on an ivory cardstock. On some I cut the silhouettes in a pearl ivory, and on some I didn't. And you don't have to, if you're doing, for example, these dies have 2. So I can do the main piece, emboss the main piece and cut out one. And then if I want to do a shadow, I could do that too. I did that on some of the swirls, but I made sure they coordinated about the same color, and you don't have to stick them together or anything. You can just include them. You do not have to do the work. If you want to, you can. But I kind of feel like it's really good to just include the pieces. That way the recipient, if they want to add foam to them, they would be able to do that because they're not stuck together. And that was an afterthought, because the first ones I made, I did mount them onto the silhouette, then I wish that I hadn't. So anyway, that's how I created these. So some of your embellishments can be flowers if you're willing to part with some of your flowers. If you have an abundance of flowers, I personally don't, because I just started collecting this year after I started to feel better. I was sick at the beginning of the year, but when I started to feel a little bit better and everything was going great, I started investing in some Anna Griffin products, because I do love her products. So it's totally up to you. Okay, you say there's one pocket left, because we said 4, right? The 4th pocket is going to be a bonus pocket, which means you can include whatever you want in that bonus pocket. I'm going to leave that up to you. And there will be no assigned partners. I'm just going to do the reveals for them and kind of just swap them out with whomever, you know. I'm going to try and make it good fits. So there will be no assigned partners. To create my box, I used that cream colored paper, and I did put a magnet here, so make sure that your envelope stays closed. You can use magnets, you can use Velcro, you can use a snap, you can use an elastic cord, you can use ribbon. You can do whatever you want. I did a magnet. And if you see this, these are accordion pockets. And it was very, very simple to create. So the swap is now officially open. Leave in the comment that you want in. The deadline for the swap is going to be, I have to have everything by July 15th, which means you're getting a month to basically do die cuts, because trust me when I tell you that this was real simple to put together. It was very, very easy. I did this using the Anna Griffin envelope. I have it right here. I have her envelope die, and after I had cut out my box, I used this portion of it only. You know, I kind of placed my paper where I needed to be, my flap, so it would only cut that portion. So that's how I created the flap on this. It wasn't difficult at all. But when I created, I'm not going to do that because we all have different things and you can do whatever. But before I cut it, it was just a square. And then I decided to use my die there. If you have border dies, that will work as well. You know, just figure it out, whatever you want to do. But like I said, this is an Anna Griffin swap, so I wanted to make mine look like the Anna Griffin things that she has going on. This is one of the more newer papers right here that I got from in my flower cart box. And the papers that are in your kits, if you have the finishing school craft boxes, are the perfect size for this as well. I did have to trim a little bit off, but not too much. But if you have older ones, you use that. Use whatever you have. Anyway, guys, I think that is all the information. If I forgot anything, it will be in the description box below the video. And after I'm done with this, I'm going to record a tutorial on how to create the basic box. Then you will decorate it however you want. But I will do a tutorial on this box. And I felt that this box was perfect to house even the largest of the frame dies that Anna has. I'm thinking that I'm going, if you are more of a slimline person, I'm going to create a box for slimline. So you can, it can either be this or it can be the slimline. It's totally up to you. So if I were going to do a slimline, and I don't have very many slimlines, but I do have a house. If I was going to do the slimline house, I would not just do the house die cut. I would also add something that coordinates to cut out the windows and cut out the windows and the doors. So you want to give them a complete set. Because that's what you would want to receive, a complete set. Anyway, guys, all the details will be in the description box. The swap, sign up for the swap is now open. I hope that you guys join, and I hope that you have fun with this swap. And if there are any changes at all whatsoever, they will be in the description box. I am not participating unless someone doesn't come through with their swap. Then I will be an angel, a swap, and a Griffinite angel. And if you don't want to participate, but you want to be an angel, you can tell me that too, which means that if 2 weeks before somebody tells me they can't do their swap, then I would contact one of the angels and they would step in and fill in that spot. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope everyone has a great day. Make sure to leave in the comments. I will answer your comment. So if I don't answer your comment, that means the spaces are full. But if I answer your comment, I will tell you you're in, or I got you, or something, or I signed you up, or whatever. Just make sure you get confirmation, because I don't want you to be stuck with a swap. Bye-bye for now.